Some people barely exist online. No posts, no stories, no proof. And when you notice that, it feels wrong. Because in a world where everyone is visible, not being seen looks like something is missing. But what if the silence isn't a gap? What if it's the cost everyone else is paying? At first, it looks like they're falling behind, like they're disconnected from something important. But what if that silence isn't a loss? What if it's a signal? Think about the last time you opened your phone, ready to post something. Not because you were told to, but because the moment felt shareable. And then you stopped. That hesitation matters. Because in that brief pause, your mind runs a quiet calculation. Not logical, not deliberate, automatic. Is this good enough? Does this version of me look right? Will this land the way I want it to? Nothing dramatic happens, but suddenly, the moment shifts. It stops being something you're inside of and becomes something you're evaluating from the outside. Long before social media, psychologists noticed this tendency. People naturally adjust themselves, depending on who's watching. Different room, different tone, different audience, different version. Social media didn't invent that instinct. It amplified it. Now the audience never leaves. The stage is always open. And every performance is archived. A post isn't just seen, it's stored. It can be revisited, reinterpreted, judged. Long after the feeling that created it is gone. So some people quietly step back. They don't reject social media outright. They still scroll. They still watch. They just stop offering themselves up for evaluation. A large portion of users behave this way. They're often labeled as passive, detached, even disengaged. But that interpretation misses something essential. When constant comparison meets constant visibility, the nervous system responds, not with resistance, but with retreat. Watching feels safer than being seen. Silence feels lighter than exposure. It isn't laziness, it's regulation. And this is where the misunderstanding begins. Because not posting doesn't mean not caring. Often, it means caring about the wrong things less. What these people are saying, without saying anything, is simple. Their sense of worth doesn't need to come from strangers on the internet. Research consistently shows that people who feel more secure internally feel less pressure to broadcast their lives. Their mood isn't tied to reactions. Their identity isn't negotiated through likes. They still enjoy staying informed. They still feel connected. They just don't confuse visibility with value. Think about someone, you know, who rarely posts. When you meet them in real life, do they seem empty, isolated, behind? Usually not. More often, they seem present, grounded, at ease. Sometimes calmer than the people constantly updating their feed. Because they're not hovering over their experience, trying to package it. They're ice inside it. And here's the part most people underestimate. Even when you know social media is curated, your brain still reacts as if it isn't. Psychologists have found that simply scrolling triggers automatic comparison, a promotion, an engagement, a new home. Even when you remind yourself it's filtered, selective, incomplete, the emotional response still lands. Your subconscious doesn't analyze context. It doesn't care what was left out. It registers a single message. They're ahead, and I'm not. People who don't post step away from this loop. Not because they're fragile, but because they understand how the game is structured. Why voluntarily participate in a comparison system where everyone else controls the framing, the timing, the story. This also explains something else that often goes unnoticed. Some people will spend hours with long-form content, documentaries, podcasts, deep video essays, while avoiding platforms built around self-presentation. They consume quietly, learn, laugh, disappear again. Because those spaces don't demand performance. No one tracks their presence. No one questions their absence. No one expects them to turn their life into content. It's engagement without exposure, connection without evaluation. All the stimulation, none of the anxiety. And there's another layer beneath that. People who stay quiet online often have fewer relationships, but deeper ones. They're less interested in being known by many, more interested in being understood by a few. Research consistently supports this. A small number of meaningful relationships predicts long-term well-being, far better than wide but shallow networks. Real conversations carry weight. Reactions don't. Quiet doesn't mean unaware. These people often notice what others miss: shifts in tone, changes in posting patterns, stories that feel slightly misaligned with reality. They're not disengaged. They're attentive, just privately. They choose observation over exposure, understanding over performance. Instead of asking, "How will this look?" they ask something softer. "How does this feel?" That question isn't overthinking. It's emotional intelligence. When there's no constant need to manage a public image, the mind has room for real reflection, for noticing discomfort before it gets buried, for building an identity that doesn't collapse without approval. And that creates something rare, a sense of self that exists even when no one is watching. This is where people get it wrong. Choosing not to post isn't hiding. It isn't fear. It's ownership. It's recognizing that some experiences lose depth once they're performed, that certain moments flatten when they're turned into something consumable. A sunset feels different when you're not framing it. A conversation lands deeper when you're not drafting a caption. An achievement carries more weight when it belongs only to you. People who post less tend to reflect more. They're less reactive, less emotionally dependent on external signals. Not disconnected, just steadier. They're playing a longer psychological game. And here's into the paradox: the qualities that draw people away from social media, self-awareness, regulation, inner security, are the same things social platforms promise to provide: connection, expression, belonging. The promise was closeness. What emerged was performance. A system where visibility became more important than sincerity. Where silence started to look strange. Where not posting felt more suspicious than posting constantly. So when some people step back, they're not rejecting connection. They're rejecting the terms. They're choosing connection without metrics, without pressure, without turning lived experience into proof. Which reframes the question entirely. What if the people who don't post aren't missing out? What if they're not disengaged, but simply operating by a different set of values? What if choosing privacy over visibility, depth over reach, and presence over performance isn't antisocial at all? What if it's a quiet form of respect for attention, for experience, for life itself? Because in the end, people don't wish they had shared more updates. They wish they had been there for the moments that mattered. The quiet ones aren't hiding. They're just living where no algorithm can follow.